Rebecca, I am now halfway through going live. If you could do
Yes,
the
sir.
YouTube live.
So, as Bill mentioned, he's working on getting us all set up on YouTube Live. Um, so this is being streamed on the NWSOFA's YouTube account. Um, so if you go to nwsofa.org, and you navigate to the videos section, um, you should be able to see it there. Or if you go to youtube.com and search for the NWSOFA's account, um, go under the live videos section, you can see it there too. So if you're somebody that doesn't want to be captured in those videos, you can turn your video off, turn off your camera so that your face doesn't show up. But if you're comfortable with it, please do show your face because we love looking at y'all. I think that's everything.
Okay. Yes, and just kind of a reminder, we use the word interactive, which means I if we're talking about something and your brain is going, what are they doing? Please raise your hand, and one of us will see it. Not always will the presenter see it because the screens sometimes cover it up. But we've got a good number of people on today. We're going to kick off the day with a little poll. We've been doing these polls, and just bear with us here. I've learned that I can do the poll one at a time, which is really cool beans. And so I am going to show the questions one at a time, and I'm going to launch today's poll. So um, these polls, hopefully you can see them. Somebody would acknowledge whether you can see it or not.
Yes.
Okay, good. So the first question, and that's all you're going to see here until I go to the next one. It says, how familiar are you with Substack? Because that's going to be the majority of what we're going to be talking about today. Substack as a vehicle or a tool in our leadership tool bag that we can use to get more information out to people. So the first question is never used, here to learn. Oh, we got a bunch of those. Um, uh, Only read and subscribe to other subscripts. Okay, we got a bunch of those also. Um, uh, we have one that says I publish my own Substack once in a while. And some people that say nobody says that they've published it once a month or more or several times a week. And we do have one out of the 13 so far that have responded that says never heard of it. Well, you'll be in for a lot of fun. uh, so, just to be fair about this, last week we had a similar session, and the goal was to get NWSOFA, Northwest Suburbs Organizing for Action, Indivisible, our group here, up on Substack. We had heard about it. We were hearing that people were having some good results, but we didn't know how to do it. But our goal was to get signed up. I could not get signed up. So today, as I was preparing for this, I thought I'd give it one more shot. Guess what? I got signed up. I can't believe it. Not today, but I found out I actually got signed up last time.
Exactly. Woohoo!
So, I answered a few more questions about what I'm going to do, and maybe later today, if the panel wants to, they can take me to the next step of actually publishing our very first Substack. I think we'll do one that says "Hello, world," and that'll be it. All right, so let's see what we got. We only got 13 that have responded. If we could have some more, I know I've got 26 on here, and we have 6 co-hosts that are participating in this. So I'll give another minute for folks just to look at those, just to hit on those so that we know who the audience is and how much time we should spend on each time. Um, Oh, okay, so some of the questions have changed a little bit here. So I see now, I see we only have one that says never used. Um,
Oh, there's a second question. If you publish your own Substack, would you be willing to share your experience today? So yeah, there is.
oh, okay. And so if you go down, you will see the next question, but you have to kind of scroll down to question number 2.
Yep.
Well, good. We got one person that's willing to share their experience. That's excellent. And I know Constance is one of the co-hosts, so she can't answer these.
Right.
So we also have Constance who had to admit to us that she did Substack. So we learned from her last week.
I think that
Oh,
might be Merle.
oh, Merle. Okay, good, good. All right. So we're
Okay,
gonna.
Robert, the chat, they're saying not responding for me. Where do you put the questions?
The
I'm
chat should be on your screen. I'm sharing it on your
Yeah,
screen.
the polls and quizzes. If you haven't, you might have to go into more and click on polls and quizzes.
Chris seems to be the one with all the questions. Why don't we let Chris come on and just get him out of the way?
Yeah, that could be a good
I
good
mean,
idea.
sorry, it just seemed as though we were cycling.
Yeah.
Chris,
Do you have any
if you're
questions?
willing to talk,
Oh, sorry. Yes, sure. I didn't want to get in the way of everybody.
no problem.
I'm kind of new here and I'm just trying to follow what you're doing. Normally there's a Q&A, so I didn't know where people were asking these questions to begin with, number one. And number two, how to respond to choose the one that applies to me, because I'm not able to click on it on this screen. And I did choose polls and quizzes and I still can't do it. So, I mean, I think
Can you
someone else said the same thing. So
can you go up with your cursor and click on it?
that's the problem. I can't.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I wonder if that's because I'm doing this on an iPad. All right. Well, that is good. So here's the good news. We do have 57% that have participated.
Hmm.
We'll use the 57% as our test here. One has never used it. 9 have read or subscribed to other Substacks. So 70% are familiar with Substacks. 2 says they publish their own Substack every once in a while. And none publish once a month or several times a week. And one person says never heard of it. That's probably the same person that said never used. Here to learn. And then when we asked the question, if you do publish it, would you be willing to share your experiences? We got 1 that said yes, 4 that said no, and 6 that said maybe. I'll see how the discussion goes. I'll raise my hand. All right. Well, thank you all for participating in this. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll have a session on how to do a poll.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to close this out here, and I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie, because as we can all see, we have some people that are fairly expert in it, people who are willing to learn what it is, and people who have never used it. So Stephanie's going to give us a little bit of, well, I believe she calls it 101. Go ahead, Stephanie.
That is a very nice thing to say, Bill. 101. We always start with the basics so everybody knows where it is that they need to log in with. So that's our, we're going to start with a little overview today because Cecilia is very good at doing overviews.
Oh, yes,
And we've
definitely.
got a little deck here that we can work with. So Substack, what is it? Why do I want one? Do I want to be a reader, a publisher, a thinker, or a talker? And here we are.
Okay, so Substack is a publishing platform. It allows users to create and send posts as newsletters delivered straight to subscribers' inboxes or as content featured on a web-based magazine-like site. It formats the formats that are supported, it supports text articles, podcasts, videos, and discussion threads, giving creators flexibility in how they engage their audience. Creators can offer content for free or behind a paywall, earning revenue through paid subscriptions. Substack takes a 10% cut of any paid subscription fees plus processing fees. But because of that, Substack adds tools for live chats, group discussions, adds exclusive paid subscriber forums, helps foster direct connections and communities around the content. So this simple writer-focused publishing is how Substack started, right? This was years ago. Think of it, if you've ever heard of what was Jetpack, what was it called? WordPress. Think of that. If you've ever seen WordPress or Jetpack, it was that, but put on steroids, as Stephanie likes to say, because it allows you to do so much more than WordPress ever could, with a direct connection with your readers, plus the built-in subscription and payment system, plus the podcast and video and this amazing promotion value. Bill, who has access to a readership of over 20,000, can then get his education, his one night of what happened last night.
We did climate change last night. We were talking about decarbonization 101. We do a lot of 101s.
Exactly. That you could then put on your Substack and send out to everyone who missed it, right? And they could then send that out to all of their friends, and they could send that out to all of them. I mean, it would just, do you see what I'm saying? It is exponential in who that then reaches. And the way that the subscription system then works is you could ask for people to pay for your content. For the people who missed that presentation, I mean, you very well could ask them to pay for to get that presentation. I mean, I know you wouldn't, Bill, of course, you would just give it away, but you could ask people to pay for extra content. So
can you have a mixed bag where you offer some content for free and some content behind a paywall?
definitely. And that's where you get extra, when you do the extra content, where you do that extra special stuff, the behind the scenes, where you offer, like, what's it like at Bill's house? What's it like at Bill's house on a Saturday? Like, what does Bill do? Like, seriously, like, can you imagine? Oh my gosh, you could get, I mean, seriously, people pay for that kind of stuff. And just the extras, the little extra stuff, till they want to learn about, and even extra things, just, about extra news, news, world reports. Even if we did, I mean, we do so much reporting about our own, right? We don't report about world news anymore. If we charged about world news, that would be something. I'm going off. I'm going off topic now.
Let's move forward to how we subscribe and let's get into it because I think we have got a good background.
Yes.
I got two questions. So, one that pertains to what you were just talking about. We definitely will not charge for people to do a subscription, but is there a place that you know that I can put a place where they can make a contribution if they find it
Oh,
valuable?
Yes.
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 Okay.
You can,
And
it can be
okay.
described as buy me a coffee or something, more attuned to your particular publication, like
Okay.
make a donation or something.
So second question, some of the some of the automated email services out there, when you send out to your email base, they automatically have access to that base. Is that the same thing with subscriber mail, or if we send out to our 21 people, 21,000 folks, are they basically um, they won't get inundated with stuff from other people then?
I don't know the answer to that.
only if they check the buttons that say, I want to get information about politics, etc. So each of those
Okay.
emails are treated as a silo, but I'll get you more detail on that because your list is your list. You may get
Okay.
suggested if you become popular. And Constance, help me if I've got anything wrong here, but this is how my understanding works.
I believe that they might get like the occasional email from Substack, like even if they don't check any of the other boxes, right?
The roll up, yeah, there's a roll up summary associated with your registration to try and promote readership. So
Yeah,
absolutely, but yeah, that's fair.
that one. But other than that, yeah, Joseph.
I've had people who read something that I've written on Substack and asked to subscribe to my Substack. So I know but that's a person who really is interested in what I'm writing. That's not, just a generic throw it out there. Let's see who I could catfish.
That's what we're looking for, though. I mean, we're looking for those, but we're also, you're right. We're looking for everybody. But step one is registration. So if also, okay, actually step one is why Substack, and here is my answer to why. Many journalists are going to Substack because they are being restricted elsewhere. Their work is being just torn to stretch. They're not being allowed to write the truth anywhere. Hardly elsewhere. They're being
Or they have problems with their management, which is too conservative or has come in to, make a lot of changes that they're not in favor of. So they don't feel that they have the freedom of publication the way they used to.
exactly. And we know that legacy media is just not on the people's side. Many of them just don't seem to want to tell the news, report the news.
Yeah, it's iffy. It's a iffy landscape out there. I mean, the Washington Post to me has great writers, always has and still has, but the Bezos is sticking his nose into what kind of opinions they could write, and then removing their ability to endorse the presidential candidate Harris, really sent a message throughout the newsroom that he was restricting their their freedom as journalists. But still great work goes on.
And inspired by you, I I have they have a sale going on right now, $20
Okay.
for this next year.
Fantastic. That's very great.
It
That's, yeah.
is, and
Mhm.
it's for this month, or I believe this, like, so
Yeah.
y'all, if you can get, go get WAPO for, yeah.
The the people who cover politics and the general assignment reporters and Dana Milbank alone is worth my subscription to the
Yeah.
Post. Um, so it's a judgment call, but I think it's still a valuable source of information on a general basis, and it's a nice balancing act to the New York Times. I think
It
the
is.
you know I won't go beyond that, but yeah.
I agree, but my point was that a lot of journalists, especially you see a, many many TV anchors that leave or get fired, they go to Substack and they create a following on Substack.
Right.
Okay.
Jim Acosta
Yeah.
one.
And actually a lot, and then a few of them already had a, at least a blog started on Substack of some sort. But yeah, Jim Acosta then just went there. But and Terry Moran, I mean, we see all of this happening. We need to support the journalism is what, and they have the freedom to really work it on Substack. And Aaron, I go back to Aaron Parnas, and I don't know what I'm more why what I'm more impressed by, if him going to law school at 14, or like him, I don't know, the his story just really resonates with me. And his dad, Lev Parnas, and their entire story.
They have a lot of inside information about what goes on in Russia and Ukraine, and
Exactly.
invaluable kind of insights into that whole sphere of
In
the world.
One
invaluable.
question, sorry to interrupt. One question from the chat from, I believe it was Lillian. How can we verify what's true versus untrue or potentially misinformation on Substack?
They the people, well, see, that's what I'm saying. The journalists who I'm talking about, they will cite their sources, same way we verify elsewhere. The people who cite their sources are the people who I believe, where you can still follow the information. I
Right.
I go on.
No, I would agree with that. I mean, I have a kind of quasi entertainment political opinion piece, but I have to, I feel, support whatever I say um, with data and quotes from people and links to, my sources and that sort of thing. Otherwise, it's just me spouting off. So, um, and but someone like Steve Schmidt, he writes a lot of kind of off the top of his head, but the force of the background of the person is important, because Steve Schmidt has been an operative in Republican politics for what, 30 years or more. He was John uh, the uh, the Navy prisoner of war. I'm losing it. John McCain's um, campaign manager. He quit the party after Sarah Palin came on board. So the force of their background and personality suggest, at least for me in Steve's case, that he knows what he's talking about. But you should do a little, if you're interested in maybe read a publication on somebody, you should do a little research. Go on Wiki or AI and do a little research on their background. That can help you understand whether they're just someone, out in the boondocks here spouting off, or somebody who has some experience that they're drawing upon. big names like Heather Cock Richardson, you can rely on. Robert Reich, Paul Krugman from the New York Times, an economics writer. Terry Moran, Jim Acosta, Jennifer Rubin, The Contrarian. She worked for she was a columnist for the Washington Post for years. Who else? But you have to experiment a little. Go through, search for, say, politics or climate or something, and it'll take you to a climate writer or whatever that topic is, and then do a
Well,
little
maybe
research.
maybe we can demo that here in a minute once we show folks how to sign
Okay,
up.
sure. Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've gone through, all right, Stephanie. So we need to register and go to substack.com and sign up with an email.
Are we gonna go ahead and do that in the browser and absolutely
Not at
have
all.
at it? Okay.
No, I believe okay, so everyone here, of everybody here, does anyone need to go through this to sign
Does
up?
anyone want help in just getting started with Substack? In other words, where do
Right.
you go? How do you sign up? What might that look like? If you do, raise your hand now, and then we'll handle that, or
Yeah.
we'll move forward. Yeah.
Right.
There's been a few people in Substack have been asking, when does the training start? So I think that they're saying yes. Well, I
All
see
right.
Okay.
Chris Austin has just said yes, yes.
Goodness
All right.
gracious.
Bruce's hands up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bruce saying
all right.
yes. We have hands.
There we go. That's probably good. All right. Let's get through.
Well, we have hands. Are we going to? Okay. So Judith's hands up and Sharon's is still up. If that's about moving forward, you can take it down. If you have a question, we'll go ahead and handle it.
They were answering your question, I believe. Right?
That's
Judy,
what I
are
thought.
you answering? Do you have a question?
Okay, yes, I just wanted to make a comment
Yes,
that
ma'am.
when I tried to first sign on to Substack using my phone, I had a lot of trouble. It would not let me sign on. But when I went on my laptop, it was very smooth. So I would just advise people who are new to it that if one device of yours does not work well, try a different device and it might go better. That's just what I wanted to say. It eventually worked out for me, so I don't have a question about that. Thanks,
Awesome.
that's all I wanted to say.
Thank
Great.
you.
I would like for you to run through it real fast because I don't have a clue.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to I need to call you. I'm glad you're back from Scotland. I look forward to hearing about it.
Wait a minute. I didn't go to Scotland.
I thought you went on vacation.
I went to France.
France. Shoot.
Yes.
All right. Well, I look forward to hearing that. I got you mixed up with my friend Amanda. My bad.
Okay.
All right. Wrong European country. I'm jealous of you both. All right. All right, here we go. So we go to substack.com.
So we're in Chrome, we're in a browser. I've typed in substack.com and now I'm going to navigate there.
Right.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And
I like all the details.
What I
this-
just did was follow through on my own advice, which is you find the little, magnifying glass, the search window, and you type in, and I just typed in climate, and it gives me a number of articles on climate and the people who wrote the articles on climate. So, and you can do that with politics or gun safety or what have you.
Okay.
Bruce, did you
Miss
still have a question?
My question is, what was meant by publication name? You don't
Is that
have
what
that
you-
slide up now, but there was something.
About signing up with publication name. I'll absolutely forward those out to the group or include them in a distribution. But if I'm not mistaken, that would be what you want to call your Substack.
Yeah.
Oh, what I want to call it. For instance, I got it. For instance,
For
the
instance-
contrarian is one name.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or Bruce's Besties would be another. Bruce's Best Posts.
or Bruce's bulletin.
Bulletin.
Bruce's
Yeah.
Bulletin. There we go. Alliteration's queen.
I don't use Bruce, I use Bruiser.
Bruiser's
Oh, even
bulletin.
better. Bruiser's Bulletin. Oh, I'm liking that.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
So
All right.
where we are now is
Yeah, guys,
Substack,
come on now.
unsigned in. Okay, unsigned in. So if you were, notice up here, there's a sign in place. If you don't do anything and you just go to Substack, this is what you're going to see. So this would be very similar, I think, the search bar. So what we're going to do is create an account. Go ahead.
There's
I see you,
there's also
Cecilia.
an app. So you can
Yes,
do
get the
this.
app, get the app.
Yeah. If you have
You
an
guys are
app,
always stealing my thunder.
sorry.
That's cool. I'm playing.
All right, yeah. So here we go. Let's create an account. Wow, that was fast.
What do you want to be interested in? So I haven't received anything to sign in or give them an email, do anything. All I have right now when I went to substack.com is I click sign in, and these are a series of categories, right? And these categories might suggest authors to you in Substack. So you would have like a newspaper that had an assortment of different content, but from journalists you wanted to hear from. Am I right? I mean, I'm asking for
Yes.
feedback, so I'm hoping that I've
Yes,
got that
that's
correct.
exactly what
So
this
if
is
I'm
for.
interested in finance and I am interested in taxes and accounting, why not?
Okay. All right.
It is. Now I'm on the desktop version, so absolutely true to the point that desktop, phone, iPad, and this is the browser interface. There's a whole little application that they've made for this, like there is for Discord. So, but generally speaking, pick some choices. Oh, wait, I gotta sign in. So we're gonna give it an email address. Well, let's pick one. Looks like a good one. Now, oh, wait, I gotta say I agree. And agree to the terms and conditions. We'll have Bruce read them all, give us a report on whether or not we should be agreeing to Substack's terms and conditions, right? I need a T&C review, Bruce.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions. What are their terms and conditions?
How did I know?
Well,
It's the right question because nobody reads them and I hate it. So good for you.
yes, that's a very good
We
question.
can have an offline discussion on that and you can come back and you can tell us everything we need to know about the fact that we're giving away our life.
It's a really
You,
good question.
you can't
I
be
mean,
a,
are they listed somewhere to read?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
I apologize. I just, when I said when I clicked select, the T's and C's are there. I did not pick them when I went through because I played standard user and just said, yeah, sure, I'll agree to anything you want from me
Because I
in
assume
exchange
one
for.
of the conditions is copyright infringement you got to watch, I would guess.
yeah.
I would suppose. I believe Rebecca yeah, Rebecca had the idea. Grab the TNC and plop it into AI for some quick
Excellent choice.
summary.
So I have given myself a name, a handle, which is what I'll be seen by, and then a bio if I were inclined to include one.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't have that name. Oh my gracious.
Right, because I'm sure somebody has that name.
You would think.
I'm just curious, when I joined 4 years ago, I had to establish a domain name
No, not
was
anymore.
separate from my username and are they not asking for a domain name anymore?
I'm thinking domain and handle, unless I'm mistaken. They may have changed it since
Uh,
domain had a different understanding, but maybe I'm wrong.
right. A domain name is actually an address on the internet. Like it was my my Substack handle is See Mary the Resistant Grandmother, and so I had to establish a domain,
Uh,
marytheresistantgrandmother.net.
Not anymore. At
Not
least from
anymore.
everything that I
Okay.
can tell, I have not published, and you have, but everything that I can tell, everything in the setup is what we've done here.
I
It
see.
really doesn't like my name. Oh, I know, you
No,
know what?
Well,
I
change.
bet there's a space there.
you know, it's the My Substack viewer. You can't,
Oh, I have to be Stephanie Viewer?
you just can't do that. I don't know what it is. You just can't.
It apparently it has a list of all the names in the world. And you
Apparently,
can't have a name like my Substack.
apparently.
So you have to have some sort of valid first name. We talked about downloading the Substack app. You will be presented with an option to do this on your desktop. If you're doing it on your phone or your laptop or I apologize, your iPad, then you would have already done that. But I can get a link for downloading. I send myself a link and then carry on. I'm all ready to start reading. That's what's involved in a setup. Let's stop.
Questions?
Nothing
Really?
works for me.
Okay, right here. Oh, no,
Catherine, wait.
Catherine. Whoa, woo.
Yeah, oh,
Oh,
there we go.
all right, yeah, all right. Catherine.
Hi, Catherine from Algonquin. I did write in the chat. Now I'm totally confused because I finally got the app on my cell phone and was celebrating, and I got in. I didn't. It didn't. It never asked me to create any handle or profile, but I did get to the interest page that you just showed, and I did the terms and agreements.
Okay.
So now I'm just totally confused. Like, do I have the same Substack as everybody else?
You do.
Yeah, you probably just have to sign in.
Yeah.
So where do you go to sign in? I'm sorry, I might have
Okay.
missed the actual. I don't even see that on my pages.
Yeah, hang on just a second.
Thank you.
What device are you on?
I'm on an iPhone.
I'm
That's
checking it there.
that's probably why we're just on different devices.
Yeah,
So-
I had so much trouble getting in because I didn't want to share my contacts. I had spoke about this before, but
Right.
finally a screen popped up that says, do you want to or don't you? And I said I don't, and then I moved on through.
Yeah.
So it probably didn't create your account.
Yeah, so I don't know how I'm in. I'm in.
You have the app, right? You have the app, Catherine?
I have the app. Yes.
Okay. Does it
And
have a
I
search window? Can you see the search window or the search icon?
homepage. Yeah, I can see a search.
Okay,
And the little
type
icon to
in
the left.
my account and see what happens.
Oh, okay. And my account. Okay, so not that I even know how to use this, but it says the top one says my account, and then it wants me to follow it.
Okay.
So is that me? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
Because
just
then underneath
do
it
what
Yes.
they say.
says Lynch, and it says cancel my account, and then
Well, it should give you the option of establishing your username and your bio or something like that.
okay, so
What
that
happens,
okay,
I
yeah.
apologize. What happens when I type in my account is I get an actual account called my account. So I'm not sure that that's where
But-
we want to go exactly, but maybe not.
Well, does it give you the option of choosing to put your email address in and your username and that sort of thing, or does it give you any
No,
interactive capabilities?
yeah, no, I'm fairly sure we need to go to the icon for the profile by her name, because that's where I find those sorts of settings on my phone, Constance.
Okay, all right.
Let me see. Okay, the profile by my name.
Okay, so you're on the home screen, so you're looked at the bottom and you see the little envelope and you're there, Substack's up, Substack colors are in the left corner. In the right corner, there is some sort of a profile picture or an icon. If you didn't put in a profile picture, that's what I'd like you to select.
Okay, so I don't want to, you don't have to take so much time on just me. People are probably way ahead of me, but I'm on the homepage, but I have all kinds of news. I don't have a little envelope. At the bottom, I have a little house for home, and then I have
Okay.
4 little squares, and then I have a little dialogue box, and I have a little bell that tells me if I have any.
I apologize. You're absolutely right. It is a house, not an envelope. If
Oh,
you select, yeah, if you select that,
okay.
at the
Yeah,
top of your screen, do you see the time and your phone? So all the way above the application, you see everything that has to do with signals and time and that sort of stuff. So we're not looking at the app, you're just looking at your phone and you're at the very top.
very.
No,
No,
right?
I just see the little Substack sign, and then a search bar, and then a little green and orange circle area on the right. And then under
Okay,
that, I
pick
have
the,
home and following and bestsellers and technology and business.
okay.
So
So for the,
yeah.
I'm sorry. So the first thing you selected was your home app at the bottom, right?
Yes, and that is this,
Okay.
apparently.
I don't believe that there is an account created that or an account that whatever was created, but I think we should go offline and I'll help you with this and
Oh,
we'll keep going.
okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Merle, you
Merle.
next?
Hi, this is Merle. It's the first time I'm using Zoom on my phone, so it's a little different. You guys can hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, Cecilia, you said the other day that Substack was like a website. Can you talk more about that?
I can. You have a can you go to your website, your web page,
Yes.
your thank you. Have you published anything on this account to where it would look like one? Or can
Are you
Let me
asking
see.
me or
oh no, not Merle. I'm talking
you're
to
asking
Stephanie. Sorry.
Stephanie?
Yep. So I am at a blank web page. This is the Substack.
Okay. We can go
You're okay.
to
Sit down.
we can go to my goodness. Go to Eastern Illinois Indivisibles if you want. Um, that'll be fine. There we are. Okay, so like this right here is, hey, you. I have a new subscriber. Woohoo! Sorry. Pardon me. I do that every single time. Um, so that this right here is a a website. Um, you have you can work it as a web page. Um, you have
Can I try?
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So Merle, Substack is a web-based application. So the browser is the framework that it runs in. They also have created what are called clients. So a separate client for your desktop, which is outside of the web, or a client when you interact with for Android or iPhone or iPad. So in that construct, what we're looking at now is just a browser version. I have not installed the Discord, the Substack application framework on my PC. I've chosen to just go through a web browser at its simplest interface. Does that help?
we
Not exactly. Because it's on my phone, I can't really see what's going on anyway. I have a Substack,
Okay.
but I just was interested in what is the concept of it being a web page or a web site.
I
And
keep
that's where the back end is hosted, Merle.
Okay.
So think about it in terms of it's a cloud-based architecture that is web designed that then has other ways to get at it. So web, that I believe would be the right way to unpack that word web in that situation, but I don't want to speak for Cecilia.
I keep
Okay.
trying to use my mouse and show you it's, and I don't have access to the screen. So there's a part on here where you can
Now you do.
thank you. I need to, oh crap. No, I don't, because I don't know
Okay.
I don't know how to, it's a new computer and I don't know how to share it yet. I haven't
Well,
tried.
that's okay because I
Yes.
can't really see it anyway because it's on my
Oh,
phone
right.
and it's like about, an inch high.
Right. Okay. Here's the
My
thing.
glasses are not that strong. So thanks anyway.
That's okay. I'll figure it out and I'll be able to answer it the next time I talk to you. But here's the thing. When you there is a point here where you are Eastern Illinois Indivisible at substack.com, right? And so that becomes a web address.
Okay.
Okay. So you have a website there and you can utilize that.
Okay. Thanks.
Catherine, do you still have your hand up from before, or is this a new question?
Sorry, it must be from before. But I
Okay.
did find Regina told me to click on that little circle to the upper right, and she is correct. Now I'm there, but I didn't create all this. It's my name, then it has some numbers, and then .substack.com. So maybe I like skipped something and they ad-libbed. I don't know. But can I change it?
Yeah, you can always change it.
Oh, okay, because that's what I'd like to do. I didn't know in creating the account, that's how it would actually show, because pretty much I'm not technical. So
I believe you can always change it. Yeah, you just need to
okay.
go right there where Stephanie is clicking on that, and she can change all that, right? I'm fairly certain you can always change everything.
Yeah, I would think, because it's a profile they made up for me with my name. But
Right.
okay, all right, I'm gonna work on that. I won't take up any more time, but thank you.
You're welcome. This is hands-on. That's what we're here for. All right. Hey, Dr. Chris, what's up? Oh, wait, no. Is this the Dr. Chris, or is this is this the other Chris W?
Oh, hey, this is the other Chris W.
This is the other Chris W. Definitely not Dr. Chris.
No, it isn't. The voice is a little deeper, isn't it?
It's a little, yeah. Hi, Chris W.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, and actually, it was just a point of clarification, but I think it's probably gotten cleared up at this point regarding, but in case anyone still was confused regarding when they're creating the handle and domain, when your handle is used as your domain, especially if you're publishing. So if I was doing Chris was my handle, it would be chris.substack.com on Substack servers. So just when you're filling it out, that's what that becomes. So you probably want to decide, what makes sense for you. At any rate, just want to point that out. And that's it. Thanks.
Apologize. Should have made that more clear. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
And that ties back to the web piece that Merle asked. It's all actually unified addressing. So when you sort of whirl that back around, your name becomes your web address, becomes your domain, becomes your Substack. So I always think of those as kind of 202 topics, because people want to know how things work, not necessarily how they're put together. But all good questions.
and that makes it so much easier for people to find you and to remember who you are. And so, yeah. Steve.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Cecilia. You said under terms and conditions that you would suggest grabbing the T and C and um, putting it in AI. Is that like cut and paste?
Like cut and paste and running it through AI just to see and to see like asking AI to for a rundown to see if there are any hidden things that we need to know about. We were gonna do that.
Okay, good, because I have watched and been using Perplexity, and that's a new way that I can use it. Thank you.
That's exactly what I planned on doing. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Nora, you're up next.
I just have a quick question. I downloaded the app a while ago and I don't remember signing up for anything, but I just went into it and I was late. Well, I wasn't late. My neighbor was here talking and I needed to use my phone. But I went in and searched, your group, and signed up. So can you tell me if I'm a member of your group?
Actually, Nora, you are a member of my
Oh.
group, and I love you for it. Even though I know you don't live anywhere near Eastern Illinois, I love you for it. And it's okay. I don't mind. I love that you're a member of Eastern Illinois Indivisible. But here's the thing. Um, it's very cool. And did you mean you don't know if you signed up for Substack?
Well, no, I downloaded the app a while ago,
Yeah,
so I knew
I
I
know.
was okay there.
I think you downloaded it when we all did the thing with Rick.
No, no, I didn't join Rick's calls, but
Oh,
I just read somewhere about downloading the app, so I did.
oh,
And I
okay.
read Substack articles, but I don't know how to follow. I don't know how to like set up to follow. That's the only thing I guess my question was, but I thought I'd check with you to see if I actually got on to your site because I do follow you and watch. Like last night I was most interested in the meeting that you guys put on in Illinois.
Think
So
that was awesome. I'm well, actually, I'm fairly certain that you I don't know. You're awesome. I love you, Nora. You're just you're awesome. I'm fairly certain that you are. So I will double check that just to make sure. But the way you just go and a lot of times in their articles they will have this big orange button and like as you're reading and it says subscribe. And when you push that button, it will take you to their little options and their options will be like just an unpaid subscriber or how like and then they'll have their different paywalls like how you can like 99 cents or $5 a month or $50 a month or some people ask for a lot of money.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand how people can ask for that much money, but whatever. Okay. But anyway, thank you, Nora.
Thank you.
All right, Merle, you're up.
Oh, I can unmute myself. Okay. Yeah, so Nora made me think too. Also, I've noticed that you can subscribe to someone, but you can also follow them. So do you know what is the difference?
Money.
Well, yeah, but I think it's even more subtle than that because I
It is.
have a Substack. So some
It
people
is
follow me and some people subscribe, and I charge no money.
notes. There's a difference. Okay, so we haven't gotten to this yet. There are these things called notes.
Yeah.
And they there you can send out notes to your community, and notes have an option to have comments where you can open up a comment section and people can interact.
Right.
And I mean, it basically just offers you a way to have a more inclusive community, a closer knit community. I mean, honestly, it's a way to
Okay.
be closer to people that are reading your work, and a way to talk to them, and to keep that conversation going around what you wrote, um, and and um, and to keep it going. There's something else. There are other things too, along with like the podcasting and the video options and things like that that go along with those, with what you're talking about. And you're right. There's a difference between following someone and subscribing to them, because as you get those options, like as a subscriber, I have more access to this person. I have more options. I get this much access. I get to see, I get access to these videos. Ooh, I get all of these options.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't, sorry,
does
go
it
ahead.
have anything, that's okay, does it have anything to do with whether or not you get email, etc.? Because things I follow, I don't tend to get an email publication from, but things I subscribe to, I do if they put one out. Maybe that is a
And
nuance too. We can
and
go through
even
all the
like
pieces.
there's all sorts of different things, even like private newsletters, even like, I mean, like, even there's another person, another lady I followed, that she sends out private letters once a month to
Yeah.
people that follow her, or that are private subscriber, that are subscribers on a certain tier. There's another one that they have a Friday night, the Daily Beans have a Friday night social, where a certain tier of subscribers does this, basically what we're doing right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's just different things.
Yeah, I realize that because actually I got pulled into paying for a subscription because I wanted to watch someone's live stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know that they're different. I was just wondering about the
Yeah. Well,
followers and subscribers.
this has been absolutely great content. I hope we're to a point where we can stop with our discussion on subscriber mail. And we are going to go for in just a few minutes. We'll wrap up on this, and then we'll go to the discussion on Discord, more of an update of what we've done on Discord. Interesting enough, as I said earlier, I was able to sign up, I guess, last time, and I was able to put some more information in. I think I published something, but I can't find it now. So I find that very interesting. I just don't know where it went to. Anyway, Cecilia, if you and Stephanie will wrap up and 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll go to Discord.
I think we need to look for Bill's thing. What's his handle? Let's find it.
Let's go for it.
What's your handle, Bill?
Okay, what's the handle?
What's your username?
Oh, NWSOFA-Indivisible or something like that. Are you typing that in?
Yeah, but in the wrong place.
Did anything come up?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm in this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's a slight drag when she
Okay.
types.
Trying to get out of the help center. There.
Okay, I see
So
Eastern.
Yep.
I got a Bill Davis publication.
That's probably, I probably put that in.
I don't see NWSO. I got from the
If
sofa.
if you see Bill Davis, go ahead and click on that.
Okay.
I probably didn't save because I don't know how to save.
Maybe you should go by Bill the Bull Davis. That would
Oh no, no, no. That was a typo.
But there no such
Viola.
things as accidents. No such things as accidents.
No,
Oh,
there he is.
Bill,
okay.
you're alive. You're alive and well, buddy.
Yeah, what
Launched
happened? What happened
12
to the?
minutes ago.
Yeah,
You're going to have to make some changes to your setup.
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. I put the logo of the organization in, and I typed up a nice thing about the organization, some charts and things.
We got some work to do
Well,
here.
Stephanie, click no thanks, and then we
That's
can
where
see
I'm
the
going.
content.
Oh, so I did it. That did take. Okay, that's good.
That's good, good, good.
So is this
This is
You made your first Substack. We're live.
this very well done.
You're on the air.
I'm so
Need some reactions.
yes.
All right. You did it, Bill.
That's awesome.
And
Well,
with
at my
that, we're
age,
going to slip over.
little
With that, we're
little
going to
things
slip
like this.
over to Discord.
Let's
We're going to
All
end on a
right.
high note.
I I am great. I can hardly. Oh, can you show me where the save is? If never mind. Okay.
Save is like this auto magical thing. I think that would be one of the things that I'm hearing a theme on here is that once you open this and you start going, even if you abandon, you end up with an account as long as you have done the first steps.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there's a lot. So that's all I did. I haven't invited anybody or anything like that. But I did say I have one follower, and it was me. So I can't ask for anything better. All right.
There's Bill, there's another
Discord.
Bill. I searched for your name and there's another Bill Davis in there. Maybe you ought to distinguish it just a little more, but of suburban Chicago or something. Indivisible.
Okay.
I don't know what, but it might be confusing if
Yeah,
this
I'll
one.
actually change it to Northwest Suburbs Organizing for Action because that's what NWSOFA. That's what I thought I had changed it to.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So, one of the things we promised earlier is this was going to be interactive and it'd be a lot of ums and ahs as we would actually show you real life trying to get something done. And we have done that in spades. And now we go to the group that we have done this many times. That's on Discord. Oh, and by the way, next week, Wednesday at 2, we'll do another basic repeat of this with what we've learned. And maybe you'll even see a Substack from NWSOFA at that time with all the right names. Either that or from Bill Bull Davis, one of the two. All right, Rebecca, let's turn it to you.
Sounds good. So I signed in with my cell phone to the Zoom meeting. Bill, can you make Rebecca's cell phone a co-host so I can share my screen? I think I'm at the very bottom.
Sure can. Oh, there you are. Oh, and it actually says Rebecca's cell phone. Okay. There we go.
All right. I thought just for fun, I would, let's see, start broadcast. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
I'm guessing
All
you're
right.
on an Apple iPhone?
Yeah, I am. So here's what I'm gonna make our faces tiny and go away. Okay. So just for fun, I thought I would do this from my phone because I've never done that before. We've always looked at Discord on my laptop, and a lot of folks I know are mobile users, so maybe this will be, more informative. But just as I guess as an introduction, Discord is a free program or application that we can use to kind of keep the conversation going outside of Zoom. So it kind of acts like the Zoom chat, where you can type to somebody and have them reply. Everybody can see it. You can share photos. So Discord is kind of like that, except it's available 24/7. Um, and you can download it. Here, let me see if I can post the instructions really quick. I'll put the how to download it or install it, and then the invitation link. So that is in the chat now. And you need an invitation link because our server is invite only. And we do that for security reasons so that we don't get bots or trolls or, people that we don't trust into this community. So those instructions are in the chat now. And then just to give a quick little kind of preview of what we do in Discord and what it's all for. So you see on the left side the Statue of Liberty. That is what you click in order to get into our server. If you're a Discord user for other servers, you'll see multiple pictures there, but the Statue of Liberty is our group. And then you'll see in this middle section, the lighter gray panel, all of these welcome and rules, announcements, resources, those are all channels. And you can think of channels as conversations on a specific topic. So, you can see here we've got news and discussion, and then underneath that we have immigration news and legislative and congressional news. We've got a channel, on history, and we've got a bunch of channels for activism, like calls to action and, boycotts and protest tools and just a bunch of good stuff. And then we have, a bunch of stuff that's more community related. So may or may not be politics related, but it's more just we are people and we have lives outside of politics. And, you spend enough time with people and they get to start feeling like people you can have a conversation with. So we do encourage that as well. If you're looking on your Discord here and you're like, I don't have all these channels, what you're going to want to do is see that option at the very top that says Browse Channels. It's right under the search bar. That's what you're going to click. And that Browse Channels is going to bring up all the channels that exist on our server. And you can see that I've got most of them checked. But there are some that I have unchecked. So this is basically what lets you choose which channels to opt in and out of. You have access to everything if you've signed up in our group. So you can choose any or all of the channels that you want. And once you check the checkbox next to a channel, it's going to show up in your list here. So that's kind of the quick recap on navigation. In order to start getting into, the actual content here, you're just going to click on one of the channels that you're interested in. So I'm going to click on this calls to action channel in a second. One thing to note is you see some of the channels are bold and black, and some of them are sort of like just are gray. If they're bold, that means that there's new activity in there since the last time I was in that channel. So I'm going to click on the call to action. Since it's bold, that means there's new activity in there. And so you can see there are, for some reason it's showing me stuff back from, earlier in the month. So if I wanted to say like, oh, this is all old stuff, I want to skip to the most recent. You see in the the lower right-hand corner, that down arrow. I can actually click that little down arrow inside the circle, and that'll take me to the most recent post. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to click that down arrow. And so it's showing me the most recent post is from a couple of days ago in here. And Marianne was posting this this article from Robert Reich's Substack. So if I read this and I'm like, oh, that's really interesting, I want to react in some way. You can see that 2 people have already given her a thumbs up. So if I tap and hold on it, I can see that Mindy and Robert both gave thumbs up. I can, if I want to add to the thumbs up, I can click on that thumbs up button, and now you see there's a third one. If you want to add another reaction to it, you can click on that sort of dark smiley face icon, and you'll get a whole bunch of options for ways to react. So I'm going to put the little clapping emoji in there, and now you can see that's in there as well. If, I want to respond to Marianne, I can tap and hold on her post, and then I can click reply. And so now you see it says replying to Marianne, and I can say, interesting article, or whatever. That's pretty generic, but you would put in something more creative than that. And then you'll click the little paper airplane purple button to send it and post it. And then it shows up, and Marianne can see it, and everybody can see it. If you want to, if you're like, shoot, I didn't mean to post that, you can kind of tap and hold on your own post. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can delete your message. Or if you don't want to delete it entirely, you're just like, I want to change it, you can click the pencil to edit your message. Say, read this article, and then put in a link or whatever. For now, I'm just gonna delete it. So that's the super duper quick version of what we're doing in Discord. One thing that I would like to point out is in the announcements channel. Every week I go in and put the NWSOFA schedule of all the events that NWSOFA is hosting or kind of co-sponsoring. So that's an easy place if you're like, what are we up to tonight? You can go look. And one thing that we're going to try tomorrow on Discord is after Ezra and Leah's What's the Plan meeting, which is at 2 o'clock Central. When that's over, we're going to meet up in the lounge, which is a voice channel. And we're just going to join that, and it's sort of like a mini Zoom, but it's happening in Discord. So we've experimented with it a little bit before, and it's been fun. There's a couple of fun little features that Zoom doesn't have, like sound effects. Like you can make the sound of a duck or a sad trombone or something. Yeah. So if you want to come and join us and play around with that, we're gonna be in the lounge when Ezra and Leah finish up tomorrow. So any questions that I can answer on Discord? Oh, I see one in the chat. Okay. Can Discord be used on a laptop browser and not just a mobile app? Yes, you can either use like Safari or Google Chrome or whatever internet browser you want to use and go to discord.com. You can participate that way. Or you can use an app like on your phone or on an iPad or on a laptop. How is adoption among members? Are many folks new to Discord in our group? So at this point, we have about 200 members. Actually, we are at 203 as of right now. So, you know, we're starting to rock and roll. Ooh, 204. Nice. So, you know, I think I'm gonna wrap up with this comment, which is Discord is what we make of it. If there's a active level of participation where lots of people are posting things and lots of people are sharing links and commenting and reacting, then it's going to be really fun and vibrant. But if folks are generally just reading or not posting, then it's going to be pretty quiet and boring in there. So consider this a cordial invitation to join us and start posting because that's what makes it fun. And I think that's all I've got for today. Oh, how do we upload? How do we upload? Upload. James, do you want to come off mute?
The little
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, James.
Well, yeah, I don't know how to, if I wanted to add something to one of the channels, how do I do that?
Just hit that little plus button.
The what?
Oh, sorry. The little plus at the bottom. Oh, she's going to show you. Hold on just a minute.
Yeah, so
oh, it's not a plus
button.
Yeah,
you're right. It's a plus
oh, yeah,
button.
it is.
So you see this plus button that's next to your like message bar here. You click that plus button, and then for me, it shows everything that's in my my video or my what do you call it, camera roll. So you can upload you know, photos that way, or if you have a file like you know, something that you have saved on your phone or in, you know, Google Drive or your iCloud or something, you could choose one of those. So
will you go back and will you show us how you got to where you are? So in other words, we're just at the main screen, like not already in a place, because you navigated to Sandbox first, because where you want to put something counts, right?
Yes. So Yeah, that's a good call out. So depending where you want to post it, you're going to find that channel in this giant list of channels, and you're going to click into it. And then you can either scroll to the bottom of all the activity to get to the most recent thing. You don't have to. It'll post it at the bottom. But in order to upload the picture or the PDF or whatever you want to share, you're going to click the plus sign. And then you're going to choose either the picture or the, here, I'll choose the picture. Or if you have a certain file on your phone that you want to upload, then you would have to browse through the files on your phone. Oops, cancel.
Okay. So you hit the plus sign, and then how, if
And then
it's
you
on
hit
my
the little
desktop, it's on my desktop, then what do I do? Drag it, drop it into the message thing there?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
that's
Okay.
it.
That's
All
it.
right. Thanks.
Yep. Okay.
How about if you want to reply to somebody, or we're done. It's good. I was just thinking the interactive nature is more like chat, but I hear folks mention that they're not sure how to respond to somebody if somebody's written something, and we end up with maybe stuff in line. So is there a way to keep those things together that works better than others that you found?
Yeah, and I did demo how to reply to somebody. I can do it one more time. How do I share?
You got that phone screen sharing thing down. That's impressive. I'm impressed.
Trying.
You Macos.
Trying. Share screen. Okay. Start. Here we go. Okay. So, okay. If I'm, perusing this history topic, because there's a lot of activity in there. So Adrian has posted something recently, and if I went on Instagram and opened that up, and thought it was super interesting, I can click and hold on her post, and then you
Click
get
and
this
hold.
menu. Yeah, tap and hold. Or if you're on a PC laptop, then you can right click, or if you're on a Mac, you can, I think it's control click. And that'll bring up this menu. So you're going to get the menu, and then you're going to hit reply. And so now you see that bar above the message bar, the text bar that says replying to Adrian. And so that's when you can type in your reply message. You could ask a question, you could make an observation, you could just, say good find. And then when you're done typing, you can hit the little purplish blue paper airplane button and post. That's how you do it. So it lets her know. She'll get a notification that says, somebody has interacted with you.
That's great.
So
Thank you.
that's how you do it. All righty. And I think we are basically at time.
We are. And thank you all. What a great team. You guys really you rock. I mean, and that's not my phrase. I actually borrowed that from
Marcy.
yeah, from Marcy and Champagne. So if anybody was wondering, the presenters today, the people who are part of this NWSOFA, they are indivisible members. They are indivisible leaders. As a matter of fact, Cecilia is the lead of Eastern Illinois Indivisible. And Rebecca, who you just heard from, is a part of the Wheaton Indivisible chapter. And Stephanie, she is in Oklahoma, and I don't know. She just hopped on one day, and we just fell in love with her.
We just kept her.
Yeah. So, and that's how this people get confused when I say we got 9,600 members within our six township area here in NWSOFA and in the Chicago burbs. And then we say we got 21,000. Well, we got started with this Zoom right when the pandemic hit. And it was like all hell had broken loose. We found Zoom. We thought maybe this is a way to keep contact with some people, and it just worked out great. And and what happened is, even when the pandemic was over, we found that by bringing great content to not only our members but to people across the country, people would join, and they could promote the content that we have out there to their members, their people, and a lot of them have joined us. And a lot of our new groups are headed from indivisible leaders in San Antonio, in in Florida, and Bruce, who happens to be on here, he is a member of several groups down in Florida, and he jumps on every morning on our coffee and conversation, and he gives us this updates on the legal implications of what Trump is doing. And that is, every morning that is a 2 or 3 minute moment of clarity for me. I actually know what is happening. So that's what that's what this group is. Anybody who has joined this meeting here, you kind of become part of NWSOFA, the national group, and we thank you. And as time goes on, and you have an area that you can bring some expertise to other indivisibles across the country, or we can become your platform, we would love that to happen. So I did post in the chat our live videos and how you can get to them. This video is almost complete. It'll be done about 45 seconds after we say goodbye, because I'm not turning it off until the very last thing is said. Uh, and I can hardly wait till next week to be talking about the fact that I got two new members in my Substack. But I can see now the value of it. I mean, for a long time, Rick would say to me, "You got to do Substack." I go, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah." But I can kind of see how this thing could be very cool, and I had no idea the reach of Substack in terms of the number of people that are doing Substacks and the great content that is out there. So just thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Cecilia, Rebecca. Thank you. You guys didn't have enough time to really go through it, but that's why we do it every week, Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And we all learn. We've learned a little bit. I've learned a little bit today from this, and the next week we'll present more on it. We've probably got two more sessions. We're trying to do um, a month of sessions, 4 sessions on a subject, and then we'll go to another one. And as you can tell by the logo behind me, we started with AI. We went to Zoom, then we went to Google Docs, then we went to Discord, and now we're working on the Substack. Where are we going to go from here? Well, in another week, we're going to be asking you guys where you'd like to go. Our goal, just to reiterate, is to help people who are involved in Indivisible and 5051 with Move On, with any of your Democratic groups, etc. I know everybody is up against the wall for time. If what we're presenting you can use and you can free up maybe an hour or 2 hours a day, we have achieved our goal. If if it makes if it gives you the ability to communicate better with your members or a broader group of the members, then we have achieved our goal. Uh, we haven't got there yet. We're working on it every day. And every once in a while, we go back and we recap everything because we know people jump in and they say, "Oh, I got this now." And then a week later, they can't figure out how they did it. So we're there for you. That's what it's about. That's why it's interactive. And that's why it's got all the ums and ahs that you could ever ask for. Thank you for being on. I'll check one more time to see if there's any hands up. No hands up. And that's a wrap. Thank you all very much. Have a great day.